Thanks for the ride.
You're welcome. Thank you, freak.
What's up, everybody? Today's the 4th day of 7 days without social media. But before we talk about that, I have a flight to catch. If you're worried about where I've been or who I saw, let us get over. Jesus. Okay, so running gun style filming is not as easy as it looks. Having your plane arrive somewhere early just to have to sit for 40 minutes before getting to your gate because another plane is at the gate has to be the worst thing about traveling commercial. But anyway, take a guess where I am. Of course you're not gonna know, so I'll give you some hints. First clue is you have to have a coat. The second clue is it's gonna be the 3rd largest city in the US. It's cold at this time of the year. And last but not least, Kanye is from here. If you guessed it, that's right, I'm in Chicago.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, 45, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my niggas die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them niggas slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, now niggas doing dope lines. I'm running to the cops.
So I finally checked into my Airbnb. I'm here in Chicago because I used to live here, and while I was here, I started my Invisalign treatment. The problem is my aligners are made by 3M aligners and not Invisalign. And unfortunately, I couldn't find anyone in Houston to take on my case. The choice was between switching over to Invisalign and paying a higher cost, or traveling back and forth to Chicago, which seemed to be a cheaper option. The good news is my appointment today is gonna determine whether or not I'm done with my treatment, so I'm very excited about that. But that's not what this video is about. Before we get to that, I want to take you to one of my favorite breakfast restaurants here in Chicago. So yeah, everyone talks about Chicago being cold. The intensity of the cold didn't bother me because I expected it. What gets to me is how long it stays cold. It's April, the beginning of April, and it's very much cold here, and on top of that, it's raining. So the weather is just not that great for the majority of the year here, and it really takes away from a lot of the city. Okay, so we finally made it here. There's a little bit of a line, but that's just because the food is so good. I can't wait. The line is long and it's moving slow, and the appointment is at 1:30, so hopefully we can get in. It's already 12:45. So it's not looking good, but let's just cross our fingers and see. Hello. Hi. Can I get the Kasama combo sandwich? Is it possible to get...
How do I look? Do I look good?
Oh, let me put you in focus. Yeah, you're looking good. So is it pronounced Kasama?
Kasama.
Kasama? Okay. And what type of restaurant is
Filipino.
it? Filipino? Okay, great.
I got you, girlie. Well, you are all set.
Thanks.
Here's your receipt. Enjoy it.
Thanks. So now to what this video is about. After I took some time to learn more about ADHD, which I talked about in my last video, I also looked at some things that I can do to make me more productive. And one of those things was limiting screen time. So when I looked at the YouTube space, I saw a lot of people talking about things like dopamine detox. So I just thought it would be a good idea to see how being off social media would impact me. The interesting thing enough, like I started this on Sunday. Today's actually my 5th day. And I think the most immediate thing I saw was how much I am trying to constantly be entertained. And any downtime my mind has been focused, I search to get on some type of social media. And a lot of times, I don't even want to be on these platforms. It's just something I'm doing to keep myself busy and entertained. The second thing that I thought was interesting is I started to notice my relationship with different apps. One, TikTok, I don't really care for, so I don't miss it. Instagram is the same. I don't really care for it, I don't miss it. Now, it gets interesting when it gets to X. Like, I noticed X does a lot of triggering for me. I'm super curious about the world and I have big opinions. And X is just a place where I just realized that it's probably not the most healthiest platform. Now, my favorite app is gonna be YouTube. YouTube is a fascinating place, and I think YouTube is one of those things where, depending on how you use it, it could be healthy. That's just gonna be something that each individual has to monitor. So once I decide to get back on social media, I'm gonna make different decisions about which apps I download again and partake in. Finger looking good. I'll do my dentist a favor and not eat these right before an appointment. We're about 15 minutes away from my appointment, and it looks like it's a 20-minute drive, so I'm gonna hop in an Uber, and we'll see if I can get these things removed. All right, let's catch this Uber. Is that my guy?
Uber.
Jasmine?
Yes, sir. For Jasmine?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Almost missed that one. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. How are you?
Yeah. The case against Adnan Syed.
Yeah, that was a crazy easiest one.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost it's interesting, man. You know,
It also goes to show like how powerful media is.
Yeah.
Because if you create content and the first time people hear about this case, I'm telling them, hey, like this guy is innocent, and I take my time to like create my content to show you everything that makes him look innocent,
Right.
and people will just like go with it. It's amazing how much social media
people
and TV influences us.
Yeah, they'll be persuaded by a lot of different things, man. A lot of different cues and a lot of different things will get somebody to do something they never thought they were going to do.
Yep, exactly.
You're right, man.
Yep. This is kind of what this video I'm working on is about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like 7 days without social media.
Okay.
Getting into like the nuances of how social media affects us without us like really thinking about it.
Yep.
But yeah, we are definitely victims to like what's being shown to us.
What do you think? So how many days in are you?
This is my 5th day.
5th day. What's the biggest takeaway you've taken so far?
I would say the biggest thing is seeing how my mind is trying to avoid boredom at any cost.
Do you feel like you're more? You feel like in a way you're more creative, like from your
Yeah. You get so bored to where like you don't have any distractions.
Right.
So
Like
it's right. So it's like, okay, well I might as well do things that I don't want to do
Right.
because that's something.
Right.
So
usually it's your stimuli is this. You know what I mean? In a
Yeah.
way. So like I think that's interesting because I recently, I had social media, I had all the like media accounts, and I go on breaks every now and then just to give myself a little bit of like a mental break and a mental kind of disconnect from everything.
Right.
And people always ask, they go, why do you give yourself a break? And I go, you should find out new different things about yourself. You become more creative. You're not so worried and dependent on news that you don't know is news or information. You're kind of allowed to be free for a little bit. So I think, from a psychological standpoint, it's very, very healthy for people to take some type of distressor and just take time away from social media.
Yep.
It's you get motivated, you get motivated, you get reflected in certain ways. It becomes a lot of things that you didn't sign up for at the end of the day.
Right. And when you think about it, when you get all of those benefits from being off of it,
Yep.
you start to think about like what social media is actually robbing.
What it's actually doing for you,
Yeah.
what you're missing out
Yeah,
on,
it's taking
right?
a lot away.
Exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, brother, have a
Wow, so that was really helpful for this video. Anyway, we finally made it here. See, it says Invisalign, but for some reason I got 3M aligners. But let's go in and see what's up. Hello, how's it going? Hi. Oh, we have a baby here. Yeah. I have a, I believe it's a 1:30 appointment today.
Oh, okay.
So I just confirmed that I won't have to come back to Chicago. They're gonna mail my retainers, and I'm so happy about that because the next time I'll be in the city, it'll be when the weather is good and for a party. But I am done. I need to see if I get a before and after pic for you guys.
Grand Milwaukee is next. Familiarize yourself with the train community.
That kiss like a rose.
Thank you. Cheers. Kiss like a rose. So now I'm here at the Robie. I'm on a rooftop having a cocktail. It's a dope spot. The Robie is a hotel in Chicago in Bucktown. Perfect for dates, and it's a really great view. I am super excited to be done with my alignment treatment, and even more so excited that I didn't have to pay anything today, because these appointments can get expensive. And again, we were always trying to keep the budget below what it would have cost to get Invisalign in Houston. So I'm super excited about that. I thought that the Uber drive was very interesting in terms of how we talked about social media. I feel like there's an opportunity cost when it comes to your time. The cost of being on social media is when you're spending that time scrolling, you could be out being productive and doing the easy and hard things that need to be done to push your life forward. And also knowing that the more time we're spending consuming other people's content, which, let's be honest, like a lot of stuff on the internet is bullshit. But the more time we spend consuming that, like, it's taking away all of our creativity. So yeah, this is day 5. I'm actually looking forward to days 6 and 7, and you know, we'll see how we want to proceed moving forward. But I'm about to finish this drink, and I gotta make my way to the airport to get back to Houston. So I'm gonna check back in with y'all later. So I'm back in Houston, and I've successfully completed 7 days without social media. And the biggest takeaway is I'm using social media to either cope with boredom or to procrastinate on doing tasks that I'm not up to. And the biggest issue with that is, although some things are not always fun to do, they can also be very important to advancing my life. Being on social media prevents me from taking time to really have an understanding of whether or not my day-to-day is providing enough fun. So constantly being distracted is overall not a good thing. And not to mention the impact that it has on creativity. If I'm constantly scrolling and consuming content, it's really, 1, shaping the way I think and view about the world, and 2, preventing me from being in tune with my reality and being able to express things from my point of view. So with that being said, what I plan to do is from now on, the first week of every month, take a break from social media and constantly make sure that I'm grounded in how I'm using social media, as well as seeing how that impacts my time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. It's my first run and gun style filming. I definitely plan on doing more, so stay tuned.